Hey friends, Peggy Hall here from the Healthy American, and I am here with the Healthy American Morning to help you and me start our day off on the right foot on a positive note. I am so glad that you're here this morning. Let me know where you are tuning in from. I am here in Southern California. It is foggy this morning, and it is Friday, October 22nd. I am having some throat coat tea. You can hear my voice is a little rough this morning. I have been spending all day, every day, making videos to help educate you and others on their rights, on their God-given rights, and those laws that defend those rights, that protect those rights, and then how to apply the laws so that you can live in freedom and save your soul. For those of you that are here to get my information about everything going on with current events and your struggles on the job, please tune in at 3 p.m. Pacific for Peggy to the Rescue. I'll have to put on some sleeves so I can roll up my sleeves, and that is when we dive in and we dig deeper to find solutions and strategies and resources and remedies for you to fight oppression at every level. If you came on the show this morning looking for that, I would recommend that you watch my entire playlist for religious exemptions and all about the needle and laws and employer issues and school issues and travel issues. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos to serve you. They're absolutely free. I hope you will do your self-study. And that is my gift to you. Yesterday, we talked about ridiculous questions from your employer. The day before, we talked about slimy tactics of law firms. So all of that has been covered in great detail. It pains me when someone emails me with a question and they're struggling, and I've answered the question many, many, many times. So the best thing to do is to do your self-study. All right, this is a sponsored show, and what I want to do is, are you hearing me, friends? Am I streaming? I sure hope that I am. Let me see. Okay, we've got everybody hopping on here, and what I'm going to do is cue up the sponsor of the show, and today it is something that I think we all need to be aware of. Hang on, we are going to head on over to Prepare with Peggy. Let me grab that website for you, preparewithpeggy.com. So let me share my screen. I want to show you exactly what I've got going for you over there. Thank you to everyone who has been checking out the sponsors of the show. That is how I am able to be here every morning and bring this information to you for free. So the My Patriot Supply, you can go to preparewithpeggy.com, and many of you have gotten the 3-month emergency food kit. This is what I have. This is what I use. So many of you have seen those headlines on the internet about the grocery store shortages. So many people will invest in this. It comes in a wonderful plastic tub. It has a 25-year shelf life, 21 varieties of these meals averaging over 2,000 calories per day. What I love about this is its peace of mind. This is not food that I'm going to eat on an everyday basis. This is survival food for me. This is knowing that if anything happened, I would have this in a container that no bugs and insects and rodents can get to, and that I can prepare if need be in those troubling times. So many people do that. And then there also is a water filtration system. And you know how important water is. This may be something that you are interested in. If it is, I wanted to let you know where to go. Preparewithpeggy.com. Let's talk about the Healthy American Morning. And this morning, we are all about positivity, as we are on this show Monday through Friday Pacific time, 10 a.m. I was a little behind the time, but I'm glad that you waited for me, friends. Occasionally, there is a technological glitch that I have to overcome, and the stream picks up, and then we are off and running. Today, I want to talk about next time. What is next time? Next time is a phrase that I use when I have been in a situation that is troubling, that is difficult. There's been some friction. Maybe there were some misunderstandings. Maybe there were raised voices. Maybe there were mistakes made. Maybe there were regrets and remorse. And the phrases such as, oh, I wish I had done it differently. Let me know in a comment below if that has happened to you recently, where you were saying to yourself, oh, if I had only known better, or maybe you did know better. And then the phrase becomes, I knew better. Why did I fall for that? I knew better. Why did I do that? Let me talk about a concept called rumination. Have you heard of that? Rumination, to ruminate. Now, this is a situation where we hang on to an event or a phrase or an experience or a memory, and we play it over in our minds again and again and again and again, and we just can't let that go. We've talked about grudges on this show and about letting go of grudges, and how letting go of a grudge is not the same as complete forgiveness, but it does bring us closer to freedom. And I use the example of my not holding a grudge against Southwest Airlines, and then how I was used, I believe, by God. He gave me the experience of being kicked off Southwest Airlines a year and a half ago. And now he gave me the experience of educating Southwest Airlines as to how to avoid discrimination. Hopefully that will also extend to the passengers. And many Southwest Airlines employees told me, Peggy, your video and your education changed the position of the CEO. Instead of putting us on unpaid leave, that's not going to be the case. We will remain employed, and we have an opportunity to resubmit our exemption. Here I go talking about current events. And we also, if we miss the deadline, it doesn't matter. We can still invoke our exemption. So that to me was such a powerful experience in my life, of me not holding a grudge. Imagine if I had folded my arms and said, I'm not helping Southwest. They didn't help me. They kicked me off the flight. They can go pound sand. I didn't take that attitude. So we talked about attitudes, and we talked about holding a grudge, not holding a grudge. Sometimes there's something very immediate that we are just embroiled in, and we can't seem to let it go. There's an argument, there's a misunderstanding, and we just are not satisfied, and we want to keep arguing about that. This is where my phrase, next time, comes in really handy. I want to give you a personal experience of a couple of years ago. And I had a lovely young woman helping me in my business, Living Swell. Some of you are perhaps catching my replays on my backup channel on YouTube called Living Swell with Peggy Hall. And Living Swell is my wellness business. And this is where I have created wellness products and retreats and teachings and classes. And some of you have asked me for that information, like Simplify and Declutter was a class that I taught, Life After Loss, Dealing with Grief, another class, one of my specialties, resiliency, Quit Fighting with Food, Stop Stress Eating. All of these classes and programs and retreats are things that I've done over the last 20 years in my wellness business. And then since I've shifted to the Healthy American, more about your rights and the laws and, living without succumbing to oppression, and I've shifted my teachings in that manner. But that's why I love the Healthy American Morning, because this is where we actually can talk about upgrading and elevating your life, your physical health, your mental, emotional, spiritual, intellectual self. So this young lady was working for me and doing some technology administrative stuff on the website. And there was a misunderstanding with one of the tasks that I asked her to do. And she spent some time researching and doing it. And as it turned out, I didn't really need the information after all, or I didn't apply the information. I'm giving you a very brief overview. And this situation caused a misunderstanding and hurt feelings on the side of this lovely young lady, because she had invested time and effort and energy that I paid her for to support the business. And in the end, it turned out, well, we weren't going to really go in that direction after all. It's understandable. And that has happened to me. Has that ever happened to you, where you've been asked by an employer to do something and to do the research and to do the work, and suddenly you're like, well, they're not going to go in that direction after all. Why did I do that? Well, there are so many good things that come from that. You've learned during doing the research, maybe that information will be used at another time, but to not take these things personally, because it was nothing about her work. It was just that that was not the direction I decided to go in. And when you're running a business, a small business, a large business, often you will try things and then try something else, and then maybe go back to the other idea. And that's the nature of business, is experimenting with things, seeing what works, what doesn't work. But that's not the issue at hand. The issue was that even though we talked about it and cleared it up, it seemed to me that she didn't want to let it go. And again, this is my perspective, that she wanted more satisfaction and more examples or explanation of exactly why this work was not going to be implemented. And the phrase that I cling to and the phrase that I use is next time. So next time when there's an assignment, let's handle it this way. So it's always about going forward and learning from the past incidences, from the past situations, from the past mistakes, if you want to call them a mistake. I call them learning opportunities. So you need to have these mistakes so that you can learn and how to move forward. I use this a lot in my marriage. How about you? When there's a misunderstanding or, gosh, sweetie, next time, can we get the trash cans out earlier? Next time, can we get the trash cans put away sooner? Next time, can you ask the gardener not to use the leaf blower? So when I use that phrase next time, it's positive because we're not stuck in the drudgery and the rumination, right? Cows are ruminants. They chew again and again and again. So ruminating is chewing on something again and again and again. And you just can't let it go. So for me, using the phrase next time, and I use it with myself. So perhaps I've gone somewhere and done something and bought something, or I didn't buy something. And instead of berating myself, criticizing myself, remember, we're all about self-encouragement on this show, not self-criticism. I will use the phrase next time. Next time, I'll go to the other gas station. Instead of, oh, why did I pay so much for gas? I can't believe that I went to that gas station. No, next time, I'll choose a different one. Next time, I won't eat dinner so late, so I won't have a full tummy when I go to bed. Next time, I'll go to bed earlier. And by the way, friends, I have been going to bed earlier. We talked about that a couple of days ago when I was up until 2 a.m. And oh my gosh, that affected the next couple of days. I had to get my rest and my resiliency back because I was really depleted from the lack of sleep. So I'm looking forward to the weekend, resting my voice, because I've been speaking all day, every day, to help educate those who need my information. And so I'm happy to do that. And I also need to put my needs at a level of importance so that I can continue to bring this information to you. So for me, instead of berating myself, oh, I can't believe I stayed up until 2 o'clock in the morning again. Next time, I will make sure I go to bed earlier. Let me know if this phrase next time is something that you can use, if you have used that, or if you have a phrase that works for you. Let's see. Looking at the some of the chat here. Okay, wow. Michael says he's still friends with it, and he worked for an eclectic or maybe an eccentric millionaire years ago. He's still friends. And okay, I see that the chat is full of questions that we're not going to be answering, friends. I'm so glad that you're here. You know what? While you're here, would you give a thumbs up to this video? I see that we've got close to 150 people this morning. I would love to see 150 likes on this video. You need to minimize the chat and hit the like button. So that is something that you can do for me. And I really appreciate it. Why are those likes important? Not for my ego, but for YouTube. YouTube will notice when likes on a video are climbing, and then YouTube will suggest this video to others. Wouldn't it be wonderful if everyone started out their day with the Healthy American morning, and it was uplifting and positive and encouraging, and that people could set their troubles and trials of life aside for 25 minutes in the morning. And that's what I ask. So for those of you that are dealing with struggles that are along the lines of political situation or what's going on in our society right now, please join me at 3 p.m. I would love to have you then. I am all about helping you move forward in your life with positivity and possibility. Thanks for getting those thumbs up going. Those of you that are, well, maybe some have come on and have left, but if you are here, you're going to minimize, hit that thumbs up, and you can also share the video. All right. Heidi says, nothing is more frustrating when you say next time and the recipient still doesn't get it. So Heidi, one of the facts of life, and I really commiserate with you on that, is we cannot control what other people do. We can only control what we do. And even then, it's hard to do so. I'm trying to get to bed earlier, and that's difficult for me. And it's something that I actually want to do. So one of the phrases that I use in those frustrating situations, Heidi, is I say, help them grow, Lord, help them grow. Help them grow, Lord, help him grow, help her grow, help me grow, Lord. And that is something that can help me feel more patient and compassionate. And it may be that you could benefit from my free series called How to Heal Broken Relationships. Friends, that is available for you over at peggyhall.tv. Let me show you peggyhall.tv. We have not done a tour of that recently. So let me hop on over there and I will show you my gift to you. So when you go to peggyhall.tv, you can sign up, but what you can do is, I think you get the free video. Let's see where this takes you. Hopefully you'll get to see the free videos. Yes, so this video is free. And then I've got, let's see, if you scroll through, here we go. I want you to watch part 1, 2, and 3 of How to Heal Broken Relationships. These are unlocked for you. These are gifts for you. So look at this, 36 minutes, 38 minutes, and another 36 minutes. This is a live teaching, a live class that my husband, Pastor David, and I taught in Long Beach in August. And part 1 is all about releasing intense emotions. It is so important to do that before you can begin to heal, before you can begin to heal and heal your relationship with your loved ones. Then Pastor David and I talk about specific practical solutions, things that you can do to help heal your heart, to help heal those troubling and sometimes difficult irritations that you have with your loved ones. And sometimes those relationships absolutely are broken and you're not even in touch. We want to help you with that. Please take advantage of this. Normally there's a fee for this, and I want you to have it for free. For those of you that would like to join this peggyhall.tv, you see, I can talk about things like this, which I cannot talk about on the public. And I talk about that, and I cannot, these are my exclusive videos, which are not airing anywhere else. So I want you to watch these. If you, this got me kicked off of YouTube right here. And this took my entire channel down on Vimeo, this video right here. So I would love for you, this one is really important to see. I would love for you to watch these exclusive videos that you do not see anywhere else. You can see what I'm talking about. Those things cannot be spoken on my public platform. So I would love for you to hop on over here. And it is a dime and a nickel a day. I have to pay for all of the storage of all of these videos. You can see it just goes on and on and on. You also get to see all of these videos, these live videos with the ads removed. So here you go. Here's the Healthy American Morning. And it's all in one place with the ads removed. My Instagrams are up here. There are other additional bonus. Here, Dr. Lee Merritt, you have that video. So lots going on over at peggyhall.tv, especially for those of you that are looking for more of my info on everyday events. I'll just put it that way. So thank you, Heidi. I feel for you. That's why I made this program. There's nothing more frustrating when you are doing your part in the relationship and then you're viewing and you're experiencing someone else not doing their part, so to speak. It is so incredibly frustrating. And I want to help you move ahead with that. And the other thing is, patience is so important. And I'm going to be talking about that on this show, about patience is actually an action. We might feel that we're not getting anything done when we're being patient with others, but we actually are. All right, friends, I can see that this stream is taking off into a direction that I don't want to be a part of this morning. So we're going to stop here. I will see everybody. Oh, am I still sharing? I was still sharing. I'm looking at the stream and you're looking at the stream. Thank you for being on board, everybody. The morning videos are all about positivity and possibility. I welcome you here for that. I'm going to sign off now. I will see you this afternoon for Peggy to the Rescue, and that's where we will